Good evening, Commonwealth, and thanks for watching the Channel 2 News. I'm Ashley McDowell. Let's take a look at tonight's top stories. The Bond Amendment Act of 2019 is signed into public law. Also tonight, CW workers voiced their concerns to Governor Ralph Torres. And coming this December, another route to Guam is being offered. We have the details. In sports, it's a new dawn thanks to a new night league. Stay with us, these stories and more are next.
The phone you want now on the best network and a plan that gives you endless data on chat, social, and music apps. Tell your Docomo Pacific rep you want now with access. Docomo Pacific, better together. Some conditions apply.
Green sea turtles and hawksbill turtles call the Mariana Islands home. They are an important part of the marine ecosystem. They are under threat, and they are protected under CNMI law. Keep plastic out of the ocean. Keep vehicles off the beach. Use the Sea Turtle Stranding Hotline if you see poaching activities or if you see a turtle in trouble. Call 287-8537 and save a turtle.
Hafa Day, Tirawami, and good evening, Commonwealth. Today is Monday, August 19th, 2019. In court, a motion is filed to continue a preliminary hearing for a male that was arrested for contempt of court. Martin Castro Jr. was arrested for burglary and theft on July 26, 2019. Castro was on pretrial release and house arrest awaiting his arraignment hearing when he left the house violating his bail agreement. In court today, a motion for a psychiatric examination and a motion to continue the preliminary hearing was filed. All proceedings have been suspended until the report regarding competency is issued. Castro has also voiced fears for safety in the Department of Corrections for not being treated properly. A status conference is set for December 4th at 1:30 p.m. Governor Ralph Torres signed House Bill 21-63, the Bond Amendment Act of 2019, into Public Law 21-4 today up on Capitol Hill.
The legislation is to afford the opportunity for CDA to get into other types of bonds that are available outside of the CNMI that are beneficial to the CNMI and CDA. Legislative Initiative 17-5, which was ratified by the people back during that election, allowed the process to allow the CNMI to go into a $300 million bond. But unfortunately, before we got into the bond, we were only able to get into a general obligation bond, which is not beneficial to the CNMI, and it's an investment. And we know through a previous bond back for the land compensation that it's not really beneficial in investment for CDA and for the central government. But with this opportunity, the amendments on this Public Law 21-4, it will allow CDA to negotiate into other types of bonds that will be beneficial. And some of the ones that we're looking that they presented was was an interest-bearing bond that the CNMI can actually charge the interest and get back the money, some of the money that they paid with the bonds. So those are the types of things that CDA on its team will be looking into.
This amendment provides for the for gross revenue, gross business revenue, to be pledged as the first pledge against the bond. In other words, any gross revenue tax collected by CNMI government, the first pledge, the bondholders would have a first lien on that tax receipts, okay, to meet the payments on the bond, on the annual payment.
Sablon is looking to begin the process by the end of this fiscal year 2019 or in the first quarter of next fiscal year. Hundreds of Saipan workers who are here on CW permits gathered at the Marianas Business Plaza over the weekend to voice their concerns to Governor Ralph Torres, as the deadline for the CW renewal application is September 30th. And if employers are not able to make that, employees under the CW renewal petitions still with the U.S. Department of Labor would have to exit the CNMI come October 1st.
The recent additions introduced to the renewal process this year via the interim final rule published March 23, 2019, have made it increasingly difficult not only for employers seeking to renew their CW1 workers, but also for the CW1 worker employees themselves, as they struggle to keep their legal working status. In this critical time of need, we are respectfully asking for your generous assistance so that we may continue to maintain our legal status here in the beautiful islands of the CNMI.
I'm here for 22 years, but I am having sleepless nights because my paper is still in process of CW1 and it ends on September 30. So we just request your intercession and immediate relief on this. We have really sleepless nights knowing that after September 30, we are already on lawful stay. We'll be acquiring a lawful stay. Probably in your behalf, we could make the necessary step to be able to have this anxiety that we are having.
Many of the workers who are here in Saipan on a CW permit have called this island their home for a majority of their lives, building a family and a future here in the CNMI, only to get that taken away if changes aren't made before September 30th. And the CW population is asking Governor Ralph Torres for his help.
Again, I wanted to make clear that I was invited here to listen and get input on their concern about CW. Now I officially got the letter of their concern, and I would like to write a letter, perhaps call the DC and find out any status of their concern, and then hopefully we can rectify their concern before September 30th.
Governor Torres states after hearing the concerns addressing CW workers, he will be taking action by writing to the White House this week. Governor Torres was also asked if requesting for a deferred action by these workers is reasonable. And his response?
Well, I think it's important to address this kind of concerns. Perhaps this is something that they may have overlooked, or that the time frame of addressing this kind of the long-term status applications, and as well as the prevailing wage issue.
The population of CW workers states two concerns that they feel Governor Torres is able to address are:
after much discussion amongst ourselves, we have determined two main concerns we trust you are able to address. Said concerns include, number one, as mentioned above, the most recent additions to the CW1 renewal process introduced in the interim final rule, IFR, published on March 23, 2019, have significantly lengthened the time it takes for renewal applications to be completed and submitted. So much so that many of our employers will be late in filing our renewal applications. Employers were told to hold off on submitting renewal petitions for their CW1 workers until the CNMI prevailing wage survey was released.
And why aren't CW workers eligible to apply for CNMI residence? Governor Torres says,
I'm not sure. But I'll definitely get that answer to you soon. Your concerns here was just brought to me right now. I need to write a letter, call USCIS, and find out what is the procedure based on HR 559.
Governor Torres says he hopes to have answers to these concerns from the White House by Friday of this week.
Anytime that there's uncertainty when it comes to our family, it becomes an issue every day, and I understand that. And that's the reason why since day one, the importance of being to support long-term status. It's not yesterday or the year before. And it's been more than 10 years since I've supported long-term status. I got this letter today. I'll make sure that we send out our concern, your concern, my concern letter out on Monday. We'll make some phone calls Monday. Probably Tuesday is where we get it because DC is Monday. Our Tuesday here is Monday there. And then we'll get some answers to you, hopefully by Friday.
Another concern here in the CNMI is the delay in tax refund. And the question many are asking Governor Ralph Torres, where is the money?
We're going to go back again is the same. I mean, same with what we said a couple months ago. The money that we used was used for youth recovery. We're hoping that once we get the reimbursements back to us, then we'll give back the refund. Hopefully, we're hoping that within a month.
United Airlines has announced that they will have additional flights between Saipan and Guam by the end of the year. Effective December 7th of this year, the airlines will have a Saturday evening flight that will depart Saipan at 6:20 p.m. and arrive on Guam at 7 p.m. They will also have a Saturday flight departing Guam at 4:45 p.m. and arriving on Saipan at 5:26 p.m. This new Saturday flight will be available until March 28, 2020. Right now, United offers daily morning flights between the two islands and evening flights on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Coming up, the hotel occupancy rate seems to be looking up. We have the details on that after the break.
Get the phone plan you're looking for at IT&E. Stay connected with the strongest, widest, and most reliable network in the Marianas. Stream, share, play, shop, and surf the web with super fast 4G LTE data. Whether you need just a few gigabytes of data to get by, or if you want to go further with unlimited data, there's a plan for you. You'll always get the best price. Visit any IT&E store or call us to learn more. IT&E. Explore your world.
All workers have the right to a safe workplace. Employers must provide a workplace that is free from recognized hazards and comply with applicable OSHA standards, including proper reporting of injuries. Training needs to be done in a language and vocabulary employees can understand, and an OSHA information poster must be displayed prominently in the workplace. Workers, you have the right to raise a safety or health concern with your employer or OSHA without being retaliated against, and request an OSHA consultation of your workplace if you believe there are unsafe or unhealthy conditions. OSHA can help. Free assistance to identify and correct hazards is available to small and medium-sized employers without citation or penalty. So look out, speak up, and stay safe. Job safety and health, it's not only good practice, it's the law. Check out OSHA.gov or call 664-3154 or 3155.
Welcome back to the Channel 2 News. Looking for some tips on how to grow your business? Well, tomorrow at the Jotan Kizu Public Library, a presentation will be given to provide just that. It's a free business seminar presented by Ken Countess, an accredited expert on email marketing and social media marketing, where he will give a presentation showing attendees how to use electronic mail and social media marketing for their organization. The event is free and will be held tomorrow, August 20th from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. at the Jotan Kizu Public Library. The event is offered by the CNMI Small Business Development Center. For more information, contact the CNMI Department of Commerce at 664-3018. The Hotel Association of the Northern Mariana Islands has released the occupancy rate for July, and it looks to be improving. Hanmi has reported an 82.3% occupancy rate among the 11 hotels for July 2019. This is a 3% increase compared to July 2018, But due to the reduced number of hotel rooms because of the closure of 2 hotels, the actual room nights sold were fewer.
For the existing hotels, it looks like a 3% increase. But when you look at the total rooms that were actually sold, because we still have Coral Ocean and Mariana's Resort closed, it's actually a 2.6% decrease of the number of rooms that were sold. You add that together with a small decrease of the room rates, then, you're getting a lower collection, both for the hotel occupancy tax as well as for GRT.
A big concern Kavanaugh says they are still facing is the possibility of an additional 5% hotel occupancy tax added to the already 15% tax that is charged.
With MVA, I was part of the group with MVA that went and spoke to the Tourism Committee in the House and trying to explain and plead with them why the resort fee of an additional 5% would price us out of the market. I have information here that basically shows our competitors in Asia, in Eastern Asia, and right now at 15% we're the highest destination. If you add another, that would be 20%, which would make us the highest in the nation, and really price us out of the Japan, the Korea, and the Chinese market.
Another concern Kavanaugh says Hanmi is facing is leasing.
Hotels need to fix their products. And the fastest way to do that is to obviously renew the leases that are up for expiration, which is Fiesta, which has less than 2 years, and then Hyatt that has a little bit more than 2 years left to go. We're hitting stumbling blocks when it comes to negotiations, and we're hoping that there will be some reasonableness or some sort of negotiation where we can get to a reasonable number for both the CNMI, the Northern Mariana Descent, as well as for the hotels.
Kavanaugh says addressing these top concerns will get the occupancy rate back up to the normal standard and even increase it, but must all be done by offering a better product. Reporting for KSPN, I'm Ashley McDowell.
Thank you, Ashley. Coming up, Men's Basketball League highlights. We haven't said that in a long time.
Good evening and welcome to Channel 2 Health Talk. I'm Dr. Tony Stearns of Marianas Medical Center. One of the most important things we can do as parents is to teach our children healthy living and healthy habits, and to make sure they have a safe and healthy environment to grow up in. This process should really begin before and during pregnancy, but let's focus tonight on what begins the day you take your child home from the hospital, ideally riding in an approved and properly installed car seat. Here are some simple tips that can make a huge difference in the lifelong health and success of your child. First, and extremely important, breastfeed your baby for at least 9 to 12 months. It's probably the best gift you can ever give your child. Breastfed babies are healthier and smarter, plus breastfeeding is cheaper, easier, and simply better. It's the best source of protein for muscle development, fat for brain development, carbohydrates for energy, plus calcium for bone development. When it's time to start feeding your child food, ideally sometime around 6 months of age, make healthy choices. Milk, ideally breast milk, should still be an important part of your child's diet. Besides milk, cereals, fruits, and vegetables should make up most of the foods you give your infant. I'm constantly amazed at the choices parents make and the things that I see being given to babies and young children. Fruit juice is bad, despite what you may hear or see other people do. Juice is basically sugar water and is bad for babies and children. It's really not healthy for anyone. Drink water and eat the whole fruit instead. Soda, chips, chocolate, Cheetos, French fries, these are some more pretty common things I see people feeding their infants and children, and they're terrible for them. By following these simple tips, you can help ensure that your child grows and develops into a healthy adult with lifelong skills and habits that are the best way to remain healthy and prevent disease, to be successful, and to live a long life. Thank you for joining me. I'm Dr. Tony Stearns of Marianas Medical Center. Please join me again next week and have a healthy week.
Buenas sports fans. Basketball is back. Buenos sports fans, for the first time since Typhoon Sudalor, there's an island-wide indoor men's basketball league for the island's best ballers. Saturday night, the AK Toyota MIBL Semi-Pro Basketball League tipped off with 10 teams marching in for the formal opening ceremony. Fans equipped with handheld fans flocked to the gym in MHS, the Sweatatorium, for this opening ceremony. No fan? Well, then use a piece of paper. Anything to move the air. Let's meet the entries. The Tan Holdings Stingrays. Well, everyone wants their picture taken with the Saipan Vegas Aces. Meet the Bridge Capital All-Stars, a mix of veterans and youth. Welcome IT&E with star point guard Elmer Estrelon. AK Toyota sponsored these teams' uniforms. Mystique Barbecue Grillers introduced a new color never seen before on a Saipan basketball court. I don't know if this team is good, but they sure look good. The Aqua Resort Club Ballers are in with a youthful-looking squad. Say hello to the Game Elite. Not all their players made it to the ceremony. Don't worry, they're loaded. The Caravan Marauders look like a rough and tough group. The eponymous Toyota Wheelers left their cars in the parking lot so they could march in. Table officials also received new league attire courtesy of that sponsor, as do the referees. Putting a stamp on this inauguration was Bernice Shane Sabino. The IPOP International Singing Competition in Los Angeles winner this summer. She sang a rousing rendition of the Star-Spangled Banner. Oh, say that Star-Spangled Banner wave o'er the land of the free and the love of Great job. All right, play ball. Opening night saw a double dip in the drip. It was sweating in the MHS gym that's serving as a temporary home to this league. No aircon. It was destroyed by typhoon. Completely gone now. So anyone who would like to donate $250,000 to get a new one would become an instant hero to everyone who plays there, and fans and media too. Bring your own fan, you'll need it, or bring a towel to mop your face. Let's dance, that's hip for let's play a real game. Remember the Toyota wheels from the 90s? Not to be confused with the Toyota Wheelers, the 2019 version in black, red, and white. They were taking on Game Elite, a chance to score on their opening possession, no dice. First shot for the Game Elite, June Fidelino from the trench. Did you know there are 4 Junes on this team? Oh, they should have played 2 months ago. Boy Francia with the lackadaisical pass picked off by McMintack. He blows the layup. Oh, he makes the follow and then scratches his head, wondering, hey, how did I miss that? Rodney Catala out to Jeffrey Borja. The stop and pop from the free throw line looks good because it was. George de Guzman runs out of real estate, so he dishes out to Clark Boswell, and the Wheelers were on a roll. De Guzman, oh, the master of the baseline, still getting used to that MHS floor. Mintak blows by Catala, fakes out to Guzman, and scores in front of Boswell. No zone defense allowed, by the way. Supposed to be all man-to-man, no zone until the fourth. Boswell feeds Francia. Reservations for 2, please. Thank you. A game-high 23 points for Mintak. Where's he going? Europe? No, he went north and stopped in Suzuki. Any team that calls themselves elite better be at least decent. Joe Sablon says, hey, just watch and see. Fidelino seconds the motion, a step-out bomb. The game elite outshoot Toyota Wheelers 86-76. In the other contest, Tan Holdings lost, but they stuck around long enough to get a picture with MMA star Kelvin, the big hit video, which made them happy for the rest of the weekend despite losing. Okay, last one. Saipan Vegas blew out Tan Holdings. Douglas Schmidt, a.k.a. Spider, selected player of the game in the Aces 108-80 blowout.
Here's the windup and the pitch.
I don't believe what I just saw!
Let's roll at Gold's Gym Saipan with group exercise for every body. Total Resistant Exercise, or TRX, helps develop your core and improve strength. And Zumba toning is probably the funnest way to get fit. The Shake Cafe is a great place to stop by for a meal replacement or supplements. Today is the first day of the rest of your life.
You are looking at a picture of a water spout that we had last week. Fairly uncommon here. It is a tornado over water drop down from slow-moving cumulus clouds. And most water spouts are on the par with the weakest tornado. Thank you, John Barry, for that photo. All right, today's high 88, the heat index 102, low 79, humidity 73%. Tomorrow partly sunny, scattered showers, southwest winds 10 to 20 miles an hour. High 88, low 79, seas 4 to 6 feet. Sunrise 3 past 6, high tide 9 past 10. The low tide 4:43, sunset at 6:37.
All right, thank you, Bob, for that weather report.
Water spout.
That was so
first
cool.
time you've seen one out here. I haven't seen
Very
that
first
many.
time.
I've probably only seen like 10 or something like that.
That was awesome. And so, what happens with the water? I mean, it looks like a
well,
tornado.
You know, the water
out of
comes up into the cloud. You don't wonder why we never have tornadoes here. We only have water spouts, so the water comes up from the water into the cloud. Can't do that on the land, right?
So it just connects to the cloud?
No, well, it's the other way around. The water comes down from the cloud. And they're very small here, and so I've never heard of one on the land here, but it's possible. But usually, what happens is they're off the water.
Okay, so yeah, it's like a water tornado, and
it can be dangerous if you're on a boat. That thing, and you get sucked up in that. Yeah. Now you hear about flying frogs or like raining frogs or raining fish. Sometimes where fish come down, and that's from a water spout. Or from a lake. Usually, it picks up the fish from a lake and it'll drop it off, and it'll rain fish.
Oh, okay.
Or frogs.
So that's not just a saying.
No,
that your grandparents
it's happened.
tell you.
No, it's actually happened.
Wow, I had no idea. I didn't know it was
from a water spout.
That is pretty cool. And why don't we have tornadoes on land here, though?
The amount of land is just so small, and they're so rare. It's just it's much more likely to be, outside on the water than it is on the land.
Okay. Well, that makes sense. All right. Well, I'm not complaining. I'm happy they're not on the land. So.
No, we got a nice picture out of it.
Yeah, exactly. It was nice.
I was in a tornado. You do not want to be in a tornado.
I don't ever want to experience
That's another story for another day, but it's true.
All right. Well, that sounds like our
tornado, typhoon, earthquake, but not a fire.
All right. Well, sounds like you covered all of them.
Not fire.
Oh, almost. All right. Well, thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your night. Tune in tomorrow night at 6.
Good night.